Monday morning, February 17th, 2003. Staff at the Antwerp Diamond Center arrived to begin another week in the world's diamond capital. What they find inside the vault will stun the global diamond industry. The vault, protected by 10 layers of security, sealed behind a 3-ton steel door, had been breached. 109 of 189 safe deposit boxes had been opened and emptied over the weekend. Diamonds, gold, jewelry, and precious stones. Gone. The estimated value of what was taken exceeded $100 million, with some estimates running far higher. It would be called the heist of the century. Leonardo Notarbartolo was an Italian national, a professional thief, and a member of a group known as the School of Turin, a ring of skilled Italian criminals with a reputation for sophisticated property crimes. In the year 2000, Notarbartolo arrived in Antwerp and rented an office inside the Diamond Center itself, posing as an Italian diamond merchant. It was the beginning of a long and meticulous deception. For nearly 3 years, Notarbartolo moved freely through the building. He attended meetings, he traded stones, he built trust, and all the while, he was studying every detail of the vault's defenses. The Antwerp Diamond Center was considered one of the most secure vaults in the world. 10 layers of protection stood between any intruder and the contents within. It was, by every measure, supposed to be impenetrable. Those defenses included infrared heat detectors, a magnetic field sensor, a seismic sensor, and Doppler radar. The vault lock alone had over 100 million possible combinations. Notarbartolo was not working alone. He assembled a team, each member bringing a specialized skill. Investigators would later assign them nicknames: the Genius, the Monster, Speedy, and the King of Keys. On the weekend of February 15th and 16th, 2003, the team made their move. The Diamond Center was closed. The streets of the Diamond District were quiet. It was the perfect window. The first challenge was the infrared heat detection system. Investigators later determined that the thieves used hairspray to obscure the sensors, coating them so they could no longer detect body heat. The magnetic field sensors presented another obstacle. The team reportedly defeated them using a device that neutralized the sensor's magnetic field, masking their movements from detection. The vault lock, with its 100 million possible combinations, was bypassed using a custom-made device. The exact mechanism has never been fully disclosed, but investigators confirmed the lock was defeated without being destroyed. The 3-ton steel vault door swung open. Inside, 189 safe deposit boxes lined the walls. The team methodically opened 109 of them. The thieves also targeted the building's CCTV system. Investigators found that surveillance footage had been largely disabled or erased, though some recordings survived, a detail that would prove important later. The haul was staggering. Loose diamonds, gold bars, jewelry, and precious stones. The full value has been disputed, with estimates ranging from $100 million to several $100 million. By the time staff discovered the breach on Monday morning, the thieves were long gone. What they left behind, however, was about to unravel everything. Belgian police launched an immediate investigation. The scale of the theft demanded a rapid response. Detectives began by examining what little CCTV footage had survived and interviewing Diamond Center tenants. Then came the break. A local landowner named August Van Camp discovered a bag of garbage dumped along the E19 highway outside Antwerp. What was inside that bag would crack the case wide open. Inside the bag, investigators found diamond-related evidence, documents linked to the Diamond Center, and a video surveillance tape. But the most unlikely piece of evidence was a partially eaten salami sandwich. Belgian forensic analysts extracted DNA from the salami sandwich. When they ran it through their databases, they found a match: Leonardo Notarbartolo, the Italian diamond merchant who had rented an office inside the very building that was robbed. Investigators traced Notarbartolo's lease back to the year 2000. He had spent nearly 3 years inside the Diamond Center, posing as a legitimate dealer. Ample time to study every security system, every routine, every vulnerability. The surviving CCTV footage, combined with the physical evidence from the highway, allowed detectives to begin building a picture of the team involved. The nicknames: the Genius, the Monster, Speedy, the King of Keys, emerged as investigators mapped each member's role. The forensic reconstruction revealed exactly how each layer of security had been defeated. Hairspray on infrared sensors, a field neutralizing device on the magnetic sensors, a custom device on the vault lock. The precision was extraordinary, but the disposal of evidence was catastrophically careless. Armed with the DNA match and a clear trail of evidence, Belgian police moved swiftly. Leonardo Notarbartolo was arrested in his apartment in Antwerp in February 2003, shortly after the heist. Inside his apartment, investigators found additional evidence connecting him to the heist. The man who had spent 3 years building an airtight cover story was undone by a discarded lunch. Notarbartolo's accomplices proved harder to apprehend. Some were identified through the investigation, but not all were located. Several members of the team were believed to have fled Belgium. Investigators searched for the stolen diamonds, gold, and jewelry. Despite extensive efforts, the vast majority of the haul was never recovered. The diamonds had seemingly vanished into thin air. It is suspected that some of the stolen stones may have been fenced through underground markets, but this has never been confirmed. Diamonds, by their nature, are almost impossible to trace once they are recut. With Notarbartolo in custody and the evidence building, Belgian prosecutors prepared for trial. The case would hinge on forensic science, meticulous detective work, and one very incriminating sandwich. In February 2005, Leonardo Notarbartolo stood trial in a Belgian court. The prosecution presented the DNA evidence, the documents recovered from the highway, and the years of documented reconnaissance inside the Diamond Center. Notarbartolo was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison. The verdict confirmed what the evidence had shown. He was the orchestrator of one of the largest diamond thefts in history. 3 of his accomplices were also convicted. However, some were tried in absentia. They had fled and were not present in the courtroom to hear the verdict against them. Notarbartolo served part of his 10-year sentence before being released. He returned to Italy, a free man, but the stolen diamonds remained missing. In a 2009 interview, Notarbartolo allegedly claimed he had been set up, that a diamond dealer had hired the team to steal specific stones as part of an insurance fraud scheme. This allegation has never been proven. Whether the heist was purely a theft or something more complex remains an open question. What is certain is that Belgian courts held Notarbartolo responsible, and the diamonds have never come home. The Antwerp diamond heist forced a complete rethinking of vault security across the diamond industry. If 10 layers of protection could be defeated with hairspray, aluminum foil, and patience, what vault was truly safe? The case became a worldwide sensation. It was compared to fictional heists from Hollywood, but this was real. A group of professional thieves had defeated what was considered an impenetrable vault and walked away with a fortune. For the owners of those 109 safe deposit boxes, the loss was deeply personal. Family heirlooms, uninsured gemstones, years of accumulated wealth, gone, and in most cases, gone forever. The case also highlighted the strange irony that can define criminal investigations. Years of planning, extraordinary technical skill, the defeat of world-class security, all undone by a discarded bag of garbage and a half-eaten sandwich. To this day, the vast majority of the stolen diamonds remain unaccounted for. Somewhere in the world, over $100 million in gems may still be hidden, the final, enduring mystery of the Antwerp diamond heist. Leonardo Notarbartolo spent years planning the perfect heist, then left the evidence in a garbage bag by the highway. The diamonds were never found. The sandwich was. A new case drops every day. Subscribe so you never miss one.